Delve into art, architecture, and design with Srijan Design Academy SDA and thrive in exams, college, and career. Welcome to SDA. Figure-based aptitude. Topic 04. Number of cubes. Relevant for exams like NATA, JEE P2, NID, CEED and UCEED.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be doing counting the number of cubes. So what is this exercise about? You will be given a figure like this one, and in this figure there is a stack of cubes given. So we can identify that there is one cube, second and third. Similarly, if we look on the other side, we can find 1, 2 and 3. So what do we do with this? When we find such a combination, there are also levels. So here we can see L1, which is level 1. Similarly, we will have L2, level 2 and L3, level 3. This is a stack of cubes, means there is one cube over another cube. So there is no gap in between. So what will happen? First of all, we need to identify what is happening at the bottom. So we can look at the top figure and roughly identify that the situation will be something like this. It's a 3 by 3 grid. So we can identify from here the number is 9. How we are getting this 9 is 3 cross 3. Now how many levels? So level 3 will also have 9. Level 2 will also have 9. Level 1 will also have 9. So therefore 27. Okay. But in this figure, what is happening? There is one missing. Something is missing here. Okay. So there is a missing cube. Therefore we need to subtract 1. From where we need to subtract 1? We need to subtract 1 from level 3. And therefore what do we get? We get 27 and minus 1 and therefore 26. So what we are using? We are using the subtraction trick here. Okay. We are subtracting the number. Okay. So in all these figures, what is constant? That there are levels. There is a grid at the bottom. And when we multiply, we get the total number of cubes. Once we get total number of cubes, next stage is to subtract the cubes which are missing. Okay. That's how we get our answers. So let's move to the next question and let's see what kind of complications we can face. Now we have this figure. Now can you apply the subtraction method here? The answer is no. Why? Because it is very difficult. Because there are layers. There is L1, there is L2 and there is L3 as well. But all the three, L1, L2, L3 are looking very different, and if we go for singular method, that is subtraction, it will be difficult for us. So can we do something else? Yes. L3 we can simply count. It is nothing but 2. One cube, second cube. L2. Okay. We can count or subtract. So it should be 9 minus 1 and 2. So this is 9 minus 2. What will happen to L1? L1 is simply 9 because all the cubes are there. Because again we are following 2 by 2 grid only. So when we come to the final conclusion, what do we have? We can cancel this 2 and this 2. Therefore we are getting 18. Now this became a simple answer for us. Okay. When the figures will become bigger and bigger, the problems will be more complicated, and that's why you have to be more vigilant. You have to be more concentrated on what is happening in the figure. So let's move to the next question. Now, first of all, identify what is the grid. So it is a 4 by 4 grid. So this is how it will look at the bottom. It's a 4 by 4 grid, and therefore we get 16. Okay. Now how many levels? Again, we can see level 1, level 2, level 3 and level 4. So nothing different. There are 4 levels. So one by one, we can identify what is there at each and every stage. So without a doubt, it is 16 here. Without a doubt, this is 16 here. Okay. Now what is happening here? How many you can see missing? You can see 1 missing, 2 missing and 3rd missing. So we can call it 16 minus 3, or we can simply call it 13. Let's go to another level. Now there are two options. You subtract everything or you count everything. Whatever you find easy. So if I look at this figure, because it is very simple, so I can say, okay, these two combined are 8. And this here is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So therefore, instead of going for the subtraction, I can simply go for the counting, and therefore I find 12. Okay. So now if I total it, how much I'll be getting? So on one side I have 12, then I have 13, then I have 16 and 16. Okay. So now what is the problem? The calculation is complicated. Okay. Because if you go for addition, I'm talking about the examination. You have to save each and every second. Okay. So maybe you can combine two things. So you call this 32 and you combine 12 and 13, you call that 25. And that's why you get overall something like 57. Now fine, it's easy, you're getting your answer, but you are taking a little bit time. So how to avoid that? In order to avoid this time, you should remember that everything is nothing but 64. It is a 4 cross 4 cross 4 grid. So this will become eventually 64. Now we just need to subtract everything from 64. So what we are getting? We are subtracting this 1, 2 and 3. So fine, okay, we have subtracted 3. Here we are getting one more subtraction. Let me call it 4th one. So 3 was already the subtraction. This is 4th one. So this is minus 4. Now what do we get? 60 minus 3, 57. We have a easy answer with us. So in the earlier question, we were just trying to calculate everything. Okay. Which is this method. In this question, I'm giving you another method, which is how to simplify it. Okay. Because this is your task. You have to use the tricks in the examination and get the answer quickly. Let's move to the next question. This one. Okay, what do we do? Again, let's simplify this. Okay, so we need to subtract something. That becomes much more easier for us. So total is 64. Fine. How many are missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'm just writing down 5. So from the first level, I have 5 missing. From the next level, this is 6 and 7. Okay, 6 and 7 are missing. So 7 are missing at one level, 7 are missing at another level. So minus 7, minus 7. Okay, from the bottom, there is nothing missing. Remember, when we talk about this, level 1, there is nothing missing. This 5 is from level 2. This 7 is from level 3. And similarly, at the level 4, we again find this 7. Okay, so once you have this, what is our final calculation? So 7, 7, 14. So we are getting 64 minus 14 minus 5. Okay, and eventually this answer is 45. Clear? How easy it is now? Let's move to the next question. Okay, again, a very complicated figure. We again need to use our trick. So first of all, tell me what is 6 cross 6 cross 6, because it's a 6 by 6 grid. So first of all, we must have a clarity. What is 6 cross 6 cross 6? And that is nothing but 216. Once you know this number, now it is easier for you because you have to build upon this. So start subtracting. Okay, so let me start with the level 1 itself, then it will be very easy for you all to understand. So at level 1, there is 0 subtraction. At level 2, again, there is 0 subtraction. I'm coloring it so that you can easily understand. Level 3, there is 1 subtraction. You subtract 1. Level 4, there is 2 and 3. So 3 subtraction. Okay, now let's go above this. Level 5. Okay, so when we talk about level 5, this is the fourth one. So total subtraction is 4. Now, when we talk about level 6, okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so again, we go for 9 subtraction. So from 216, we are subtracting 1, 3, 4, and 9. Okay, now can we do a quick calculation? What will be the answer? So in a way, we can combine 9 and 1, and therefore you get 10. So that will become 206, and 206 minus 7. Therefore, this will become 199. Okay, we have a very clear answer with us with very minimal calculation. And how do we achieve this? We are counting at every level. That's how we are getting the answer. And you have to remember this trick in order to get the answers quickly. Let's move to the next question. Here is your next question. Again, let's apply the same method. So I have 216. Okay, pretty much clear to us. Let's do the subtraction. Level 1 and level 2. Subtraction is 0. Another level, the subtraction is 0. Okay, let's move to another level. Level 3. What will be the subtraction? Okay, so I can see 1, then 4, then 6, and then 7. So I subtract 7 here. At this level, which is level 4, I am subtracting 8. Why? 7 was already here. This was one more subtraction, so we did it as 8. Let's move to another level, which is your level 5. Okay, so 8 was already there, so this will become 10. Okay, 11, 12, this will become 13. Now 14, 15, this will become 16, 17, 18. So this is subtraction of 18. Okay, now, so we subtracted one level, we subtracted another level. Now over there, we don't need to subtract anything. Okay, we have subtracted everything so far. So what will be our answer now? Anyone do the quick calculation? So there is 7, there is 8, and there is 18. So let me subtract 18 first. So 216 minus 18, and we combine these two, so that becomes 15. This becomes 198 minus 15, and therefore it becomes 183. That is our final answer in this case. Clear, everyone? Now we are getting colored figures. So what are colored figures? In these figures, now there are two choices. You have yellow color as well and blue color. So supposedly in this question, we have to count the number of yellow cubes only. Okay, then how do we count the number of yellow cubes? So till a point. For example, level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Okay. In easier question, you imagine it grid by grid. So if I look at one particular grid, what is happening? Again, it's a 4 by 4 grid. So in 4 by 4 grid, you will have equal number of yellow and equal number of blue. This is how you can see it. Okay, if there are 8 yellows, there will be 8 blues. So one thing is clear, at level 1, we are getting number of yellow cubes 8, at another level again 8, at another level again 8. What will happen at the top? At the top you can simply count, okay, I can see 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, and 6 1 here. So we are getting 6. If you count all these, you can find your answer very easily, or you can also do 32 minus 2, that will be 30. Clear? So again, I told you a subtraction trick. What is the subtraction trick? You know, if it's a 4 cross 4 cross 4, the total number of cubes is 64. So what will be the number of yellow cubes? That will be 32. Now how many yellow cubes are missing? So you can find, okay, over a blue, there will be a yellow. Okay, now it's opposite. Over a blue, there will be a yellow. So here you will find one yellow, here you will find one yellow. So 2 yellows are missing. So therefore your answer is nothing but 30. So this is the trick you need to apply in order to get the answer. Let's move to this question. Okay, now see how many are missing, or see how many are there. Okay, both the possibilities are there with you. You can choose either way. So take 30 seconds and solve this question. Find the number of blue cubes. Okay, further complicated question. It's a 6 by 6 grid, and at all level you have this play of yellow and blue. Now find out the total numbers. So, okay, let's identify where we need to find out. We need to find something at L5 and L6. Okay, so let's find out the number of yellow this time. So what is the simple understanding? Yellow is always above the blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, similarly you can find 4 yellow here. So this is missing. So from 216, okay, we divide it by 2 because that will be the total number of yellow. That is 108 minus 4. Okay, up next, what will happen at level 6? So 4 are already missing from here. 4 yellow also you can see. So we bracket it and we see 4 are missing. What else is missing from here? Anything above blue will be yellow. So 1, 2 and 3. So again 3 are missing from here. So all in all 7 are missing. Okay, so from 108 we have minus 4 and minus 7. Therefore our final answer will be 97. Clear everyone? Okay, this was much easier. Let's move to the last question. Okay, it's the complicated one. At every level you have something missing. So fine, I hope all of you have gauged something. Let's move to the answer. So we are clear about L1, we are clear about L2. Okay, the subtraction happens at 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so which number we need to figure out? Okay, let's go for blue this time. So start from here, the simple calculation, 216 divided by 2, therefore you have 108. Okay, now anything which is above yellow will be blue. Okay, so that subtraction simply goes here. So 108 minus 2 is there. Okay, at this level means above it. So we found 2 blues here, so that is definitely a subtraction. Anything above yellow will be blue. So this is third, this is fourth, and this is fifth. 2 we have already counted here. So now 5 are missing. What's above that? Okay, so all these are definitely missing. Okay, these are in pairs, so it's easier for us to calculate. Okay, if it's not in pair, then we might have a little bit of confusion. But for easing this entire thing, I made it in pairs. Okay, let's move to the next level. So now we have sixth one missing. Okay, so 6. Now let's go above it. Anything above yellow will be blue. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, now for everything you can find a pair, so it's easier to understand that 11 are missing at that, 12 are missing at this level. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and that's how we count. So from 108 you are subtracting 6, then 12, then 2, then 5. Okay, so for simple calculation I do 108 minus 8 because 6 and 2 will become 8, and then I'll do minus 12, and then I can do minus 5. That will be an easier calculation for us. So 100 minus 12 minus 5. So this becomes 88 minus 5, and therefore it becomes 83. So that's our final answer in this case. Now in all the questions which we see here, which are based upon either counting cubes which are of similar color or counting cubes which are of multiple color, one thing you need to understand, we go for subtraction strategy rather than addition strategy. Because when you go for addition, you have to count again and again, and you have to count bigger numbers. So in order to avoid that, we stick with smaller set of numbers. That is much easier to calculate. Even if there is a mistake, we can recorrect it within the time frame. We hardly have 30 seconds to 1 minute in an examination, and it is beneficial if we can recheck our answer. Okay, so in all the examination, whether it is NATA, CEED or any other complicated examination, you just need to understand that you have to get it correct. Okay, in order to get it correct, you have to recheck it, and therefore you should go for subtraction strategy. And this is my tip for these kind of questions. Thank you. Remain connected with us.
To buy our exclusive study material for design and architecture entrance exams, WhatsApp us on 70420646648, comment on our video or ping us on Instagram. For more questions, drop a comment on our video. Subscribe us to Thrive in Exams, College, and Career.